So in this video we are just going to do a little bit of low back mobilisation. We're going to be working in a 4-point kneeling position, all quite gentle movements. So see how you feel in your body, work it within the range that feels comfortable for you. Like I say, we're just trying to encourage movement in and around that low back area, but also into the lateral sides of the body. So we're going to come down onto our mats, into our 4-point kneeling position. We're going to have the hands underneath the shoulders and about a fist distance space between the knees, and the knees directly underneath the hips if that feels comfortable for you. The eye gaze is going to be down towards the space between the thumbs, and try and feel that sense of lengthening out through the crown of the head and through the tailbone as well. To start with, we're just going to soften the breastbone down towards the mat and then gently press through the hands, find that space between them. So we're just trying to encourage that little bit of movement of the scapula on the back of the rib cage. Almost feel if you had a sponge between your shoulder blades, you're just trying to gently squeeze that sponge. As you lift away, really try and find that sense of connecting down through the heels and the palms of the hands to find that little bit of lift there. One last one. On that last one, keep that lift of the breastbone, and then imagine that you've got a bowl of water in the abdominal area, and just think of sloshing that water from one side of your waist to the other side of your waist. So just opening up, or starting to open up into those lateral sides. And then make it a little bit more of a sway from side to side. Allow the head and the pelvis just to move there. And just finding a little bit more space into the lateral sides of the body. Come back to that neutral position, take it into a little rock of the body front to back. And we're just loading a little bit more into the wrists, coming back towards the heels, so creating a slightly deeper hip flexion. As you come back towards the heels, keep that sense of reaching the sit bones out. That will create that deeper hip flexion for you. And at any point during this session, if you need to rest off the wrists, obviously do take a break. On that next one, we're going to come towards the fingertips, come over towards one hand and leg, back to the heels, to the other hand and leg, and back to the fingertips. So we're taking it into a little circular motion, trying to keep the waist long on both sides. And then take it back in the other direction. And then just still the body there, walking the hands little steps round to one side, just opening up a little bit further into that lateral side of the trunk. And add again a little bit more of loading into the wrist and varying that loading to the other side. So keep the eye gaze down towards the mat as you go. And like I say, just work through the row that feels comfortable for you. And you might find that you go a little bit further, perhaps each time. We'll do one last one, finishing opposite side to which we started. Come back to centre, find that alignment through the body once more, and then we're just going to bring one hand down towards the hip, and then just send that arm across past the line of the other hand. So we're softening into that lateral side as the hand comes towards the hip. And then we're moving away from there. So we soften in, and then we find that space. And again, just see how that feels for you. Keep the eye gaze down towards the mat as much as you can. Obviously create some more of a challenge on the supporting arm. One last one on this side. Bring that hand down. Same on the other side, hand towards the hip. Lengthen the arm away towards the hip, lengthen the arm away. So again, trying to find that little bit more space there if we can. Softening in and finding that space. And one last one there. Lovely, good. And then just come off the wrists for a moment. Maybe just bringing the back of the hands towards each other. Just give yourself a little wrist rest. You can take it into a little circle of the hands. Bringing the thumbs across the palms. Lovely. Back the other way. Lovely, good. Just have a little shake out for the hands. So we've got a little bit more there to go. Coming back onto the hands and knees when you're ready to. Imagine if you're a little dog with a tail, just think of tucking that tail between the legs and then just gently lifting that tail towards the ceiling. So just opening up into that lower back area and then just very gently lengthening through the front line of the body, really isolating that movement around the pelvis as much as we can. As we tuck the tailbone under, we could think of the sit bones drawing closer, and as we lift towards the ceiling, they widen out. And just go with the breath as that feels comfortable for you. And then again, if you're a little dog with a tail, think of just wagging that tail from side to side. It's a little bit quicker with this one. Just gently again, working in and around that low back, feeding into the waist area. And then still the pelvis, imagine you had a hula hoop round your waist, taking it into a little pelvic circle. Again, that can be a micro movement. You can make it a little bit more generous if you feel comfortable. And then back the other way. Come back into that little rock front to back as we did before. And now as you travel back, come a little bit more towards one heel, you come forward, back towards the other heel and you come forward. So just tries to open up around the lateral band of the hip a little bit more as we go back on that diagonal line. Still the body. Now bring the knees to touch, but have a little bit of space between the feet. So now we're on a little bit of a medial rotation of the legs. Move the body a little way back towards the heels and we come back to a slightly quicker movement, a little gentle springy movement front to back. So we're keeping the shoulders behind the line of the hands if we can, opening up around the back of the pelvis and just like I say, finding a little gentle springy elasticity movement there. Still the body, bring the feet together as well so the legs are completely connected. We're going to curl and press part way back, soften the elbows, send the breastbone forward and along the mat. So as you go back you're looking towards your thighs, as you come forward you look along the mat. Curl and press part way back, elbows soften forward and lift. And again curl and press part way back, elbows soften forward and lift. So we create this little undulating movement of the spine. See how that feels for you in your body. Curl and press part way back, elbows down, forward and lift. One more there, curl and press part way back, elbows down, forward and lift. And then if it's comfortable for you, bring the knees to be a little bit wider now, but the feet together, and we're just going to sit back into a rest position. Sitting back towards the heels, just let the head rest on the back of the hands if that feels comfortable for you. Obviously for the knees, if it's a little bit too much in that rest position, then do come around to sitting for a moment if you need to. But just try and feel that sense of breath through the body. A little rock of the pelvis from side to side. Again, just gently mobilising into that low back area. And then just lengthening your arms if you can forward along the mat. Again, a little rock of the pelvis from side to side. And then if it's comfortable for you, just walking the hands a little way round to one side again, opening up into that lateral part of the rib cage, coming back to centre, round to the other side, so just finding that space. Keep the eye gaze down to the mat as you work, just see how that feels for you in your body. And then we're going to stay with the hands round towards one side, and you may only be a little way round, and then just resting there, focus on the breath, that three-dimensional expansion, so lengthening through the lateral side but also front to back. And then just slowly walking your hands round to the other side again, finding that sense of space there, and again just expanding with the breath. Last one there. Walk the hands back round to centre, find your neutral sort of alignment through the waist, and then we're just going to lift through the hips, roll the spine a little way forward and just see how that feels for you. Chin to the chest as you sit back towards the heels. So again, just work through the range as it feels comfortable. Don't come too far forward if it doesn't feel right. Make sure you're not collapsing into that low back area. And if you are happy with it and you want to, as you come forward, you could lift the shins, you could take it into that lift of the breastbone and then chin to the chest as you come back. And again, the hips lift, roll through the spine, the shins can lift, you don't have to. Chin to the chest as you come back. So a little bit more upper body strength there and a little bit more length through the front of the body. We'll do one last one there. Roll through the spine. Proud chest, chin to the chest as you come back, and then just bring the knees and the feet back to that hip width position. Find your 4-point kneeling position once more. Bring the hands a little bit further forward of your shoulders. Push back with a long back. Send your sit bones out. Think of the mid back coming up towards the ceiling as you come forward. So you shift back with a long back. Roll through the spine as you come forward. So a wave-like motion. You might take the breath in as you go back, the breath out as you roll through. So just finding the breath pattern again as it feels right for you with that movement. We'll do 2 more there. And one last one. And then from there, just carefully coming off the wrists, interlock the fingers, take it into a little figure of 8 of the hands, so clasp the hands together. Just gives us a little bit of wrist mobility again. Take it back the other way. Lovely, good. And that's you all done, and I hope that session will be a bit to you.